really interesting. Wow. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold. Yep. Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draw. He's going to have king X. And we kind of know, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, high deck, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't
I'm
be a
already
quick.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes!
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
The right. But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, you know, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 14.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so Mad Dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
Just
always love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400 ounces. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, you know, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. You know, Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. You know, remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and they have an
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning end.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we can't win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, we'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sept are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
your friend.
Holy shit, we're live. What's up, guys? We're back. Welcome to the PokerCoaching.com study session stream. This Saturday and almost every Saturday at noon Eastern. What's up, guys? How you doing? We are here. We're ready to go. We're back on the streets. And yeah, excuse me. I'm disheveled because I was choking right before we went live.
He was dying, and then I hit the button.
He said, "You're off mute. Ready to go."
You're up mute. Go. Like, I know
anyways.
you're choking, but fuck it.
Exclamation point PC in my chat, exclamation point PC in Six's chat. For you to get a link to sign up for free for PokerCoaching.com. It's Jonathan Little's poker coaching site. He's got a ton of fucking coaches on there. There's a ton of great content. Some of that content we use you're going to see today. It's these quizzes. And the way this is going to work is I will draw a random winner from my chat. Six will draw a random winner from his chat. We'll have you guys compete, taking this little quiz here against each other. And then, whoever gets the highest score will get $5. And we'll move on from there. We'll get 3 or 4 quizzes done. It'll be a good time. We'll get better together. How you doing, Sixes?
I am great. What's up, Toe Army Sixes Mafia? My bad for last week. Toe was traveling, and I was on a different planet, knocked out. like pretty much couldn't move.
We missed the
sleeping.
first one ever in the history.
Yeah,
of
and
the
I
study
yeah
stream.
I was out and I could not stream. So I apologize. But we are here today, excited and ready to get it in. So yeah, let's get the keyword in there.
It's gonna be really interesting to see poker coaching in the chat, guys. Is the keyword.
Yeah.
If you want to get into the drawing to be one of the contestants taking the quiz, poker coaching, all one word. I was gonna say it's interesting to see how much the drop off will be if you miss one like that.
It's
Right now, it
dog
looks
eat dog
considerable.
visit. Yeah. We'll just have to fucking do them or whatever.
I mean,
Poker
it is what it
coaching
is.
in
We're
the
here.
chat.
You know, Cap's always gonna be here. Bruce doesn't miss one of these.
Cap versus Cap.
Cap versus Cap.
What up, Cap? Let me see.
What quiz we want to do? The good news is we missed a week, so there should be a bunch of quizzes. The one thing I see
It should be a lot. Mine has a load.
that's kind of interesting on here is Brad Wilson's got like 4 quizzes on here.
You remember he was on the stream saying he had some in the works, and they hadn't come out yet, and now they're all here in a rush. So I do think we should do a cash
200 NL fish sandwich. I like his titles.
Ooh. We'll definitely do a Brad Wilson one. Fuck it, we have to. Like, I'm very we've only done one in the past, right? Or have we ever done?
We have, and if we have, it's probably only been one because he doesn't have.
Yeah, I don't even see my dude. So yeah, we'll do that. Jim Farmer is in the chat, but he's new. He said, I just signed up on the website. I don't think he really knows what's going on here, but you know what? If you pick somebody from the Toe Army, I'll compete against him. Fuck it.
Wait, what? You're gonna step in and compete against
somebody over an army, or Jim Farmer.
He's like, don't worry, guys. I'll just step in here and win it for us.
Just
want to take no flip. What the hell just happened?
I'll just
ripped his shirt off like Superman and said, "Don't worry, I'll just step in."
Don't worry, I'll just save us.
All right, let's draw a winner. It is Mr. Albatross. You're up, Jeremy. Good luck, buddy. What quiz?
I don't know. Let's do. We gotta
have a couple Farazes and
8 UGG 1387.
13. We did that one.
Did we? I don't have
you
it.
Don't have that one? Oh, maybe I did that one because someone complained about it in the Discord. All right, cool.
Oh, it's fine. No, it's
cool. If you don't have the score, then we didn't do it because I didn't do it without you. Sometimes I go in the Discord when they complain about quizzes not working. Or
and just checking
about
or something.
They want to run a hand, so I go in and do the quiz and run the hand in Pio. That's probably what happened.
I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Oh,
Good
Stinky,
luck,
you're in there. It's Stinky. Stinky's in there.
All right, cool.
Take over, Stinky. You got it.
This hand was
Stinky,
in
it's all
the
you, buddy.
1K online high stakes tournament.
No, we didn't do this one.
The big blind is a good high stakes young pro. And so the big blind calls, checks to us. We can check it back here. We can bet for 200, 320, or 520.
What are we doing, guys? We open, get defended by a good pro in the big blinds. Do we see bet or not? Albatross versus Stinky. It's Global Reg versus Global Reg. Violence! And Six was saying he has someone new in his stream too. So just to kind of reiterate out there, guys, if you're new, what we'll do is we'll do a few of these. We'll draw a winner from my stream. We'll draw a winner from Six's stream. You guys will come and compete in this quiz. Let us know what you would do. Once people start waking up and getting in here, you'd get 50, 60 people in here. Stream chat's going to strum by pretty fast. So make sure you at GodsBigToe or at Crazy Sixes. It makes it really much easier for us to see. We'll get 3 or 4 of these done. Monkey May says 520, sizing up big. Faraz doesn't like half pot on the flop.
Woo.
Bruce going 200. So we got both ends of the spectrum and no check so far.
What up, Matt? Matt's going 200. Where we at, Stinky? Jim, what are you doing here,
The
buddy?
Hawk?
No, fresh ass Matt. Fresh Matt.
Oh.
Man.
The good Matt.
The good Matt. No, the good one.
I only said that because the Hawks Matt's in here. I said it to his face, guys. I said it to his face. Pac-Man, thank you for the follow. DC, congratulations on your home game win last night, buddy. He's going 320.
All right, Stinky, my man. Just see that and
We got a heart and a backdoor straight plus a pair. It feels bad, man. Got him. Albatross going 200. There he is.
All right, cool. As is Stinky. Everybody's going 200 as well. Fresh Matt says, if this board were Jack 9-7, I would check it.
It's quiet in my streets right now. People are waking up and starting to stream, man. I got 3 answers, and it's one of each bet size.
That's appropriate, and mine are all 200s.
What'd you say you were doing?
Me? Oh, I mean, I'm probably c-betting. I mean, don't really see the necessity to go big on this board when I think I'm just going to be able to barrel. It's kind of a weird spot. Like, our range does very well on this board, but you might want to have some big c-bets on this board because your good ace X is probably going to want to bet for protection, right? And good value. Like, I don't think like ace queen, ace jack, ace king would go small here. Having the 8 of hearts is nice because we just get to continue to bomb a lot of turns. So I could see going big, being reasonable. I'm just not sure about this hand class. I just know I'm betting, probably sometimes big. And if I'm just autopiloting, probably going 200.
Yeah, it's interesting. Kep kind of said the same thing. We get to polarize these under the gun versus big blind spots sometimes, and not sure if this flop is one of them. I do agree that we do that, and I do agree that I don't know that this flop is particularly one of them.
Well, yeah, it's
so
interesting,
I would go 200
right?
as well.
But you think about what you're doing with like the top part of your value range that you have under the gun here. I don't think you're gonna fucking go 200.
You want to size up
with
with like ace king? Yeah.
Would you go 200 with ace king here?
I probably would. Well, I would if I had king of hearts for sure. Joel's saying mostly big better check here too.
Did we raise hell yeah, we raised pre-flop, my dude. Under the gun.
Joel's saying he would big bet this as well.
I mean, I'm thinking I would go big just because I think a lot of my value range would want to go big on a board that's connected and wet to get max value from a 9x, 7x in his draws.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going fucking small with like ace king here ever. So that's kind of where, and then having the 8 of hearts allows me to just continue to rep on a lot of boards. I kind of think I would go 520.
Oh, we talked.
If I'm 5-heading. If I'm 5-heading and playing well, I think I go 520, but I don't know. If I'm playing like shit and autopiloting, I go 2. All right.
200 is. That's what Albatross is doing.
Yep, as is for us. I mean, not for us, but Stinky.
All right, that's it.
Maybe for us. Let's go. Yeah, 5-head.
Anything from a small bet to the large bet or a check are all pretty reasonable.
Nice.
You could just bet range here, where if you bet range, you're definitely just betting small. We do have a huge range advantage, and we do benefit from folding out some stuff with a lot of back doors or overcards and a heart. That's what the big bet kind of accomplishes. The player even needs to start folding some 9x when we bet big here.
Mm-hmm.
So that is definitely a benefit of the big bet. I don't like the middle bet as much because it's just unclear what it accomplishes. I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but I always tell my students, at least on the flops, not on turns and rivers, but on the flops, use either a small bet or a big bet. When I say small, I mean 1/3 or 25%, or a big bet that's like 60 to 75%. You could do some overbets if you want, but if you haven't studied that, I'd say just stick with the 1/3 or 2/3 option. When you do the 2/3 options, it gets them off some stuff like King 10 with a heart, gets them off the 9x, and just very clear what it accomplishes. When you bet the half, I don't know if they're going to fold that or not. So unless you have a specific read on a player that you know their range, how they react, like they overfold or something, so you could bet smaller, then I would say do what I suggested. We just went with the small bet here. I think the big bet's a little better here, but I think in the moment I wasn't sure if the player would fold a 9 to a big bet or not, so I just went small. Turn is a 4. So we can check, we can bet 420, we can bet 840, or we can overbet to 1150.
Well,
Just do whatever the fuck you want, says Faraz.
no, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. The middling bet sucks, and the small and big make a lot of sense. I think I would, looking at the spot, I just want to go big every fucking time in the spot, but
Yeah.
Here we are though, a blank on the turn.
A blank on the turn. Now, what are we gonna do? Bruce says 420 because that's the kind of guy he is.
I can hear him saying that in his voice.
That's what he
I
said.
mean, I read his
420
voice
because it's 420.
Yeah, no, I've heard his voice. I mean, him talk before. It's hilarious. I can hear him. My dude. What are we doing here, guys? What do we like? Stinky. You're in the hot seat, my dude. What do you like? Or is it blank? So we're betting, and I think I would bet around half pot, so 420. Yeah. $840 B Strange says. Deuterino's $840 as well. Okay. 1K. Okay. So we're starting to see a lot more big bets. We see a half pot. We're still waiting on Sinky, who is running it. He's running it in Pio right now.
Oh, he's cheating. Albatross cheating too. He says he's just waiting for Joel to answer, and then he's gonna go. Monkey Man going 840. Albatross says 1150, going big, big, big. Check for teen. Big bet for Pac-Man. I think with 2 overs and a call. We
Hoggers.
shut down here to get showdown, says the Hawk. 4 is a blank for sure.
We're going to check back on River of Call because we blocked 10 8 cents
Pressy
for
put another
natural
barrel
draws
in.
and also have an 8 of hearts. So
Did your guy go?
no, Stinky's just, I mean, he's trolling right now.
Stinky, get your shit together, man.
He's griefing us. What are you doing?
Get it together.
Just pick 420.
Kept going
All right.
420 to target some of the card to the 9.
Zero.
Floats, maybe some week 9X, he says.
Never, ever in a million years going under half pot when I'm betting. I mean, I'm bombing it if I'm betting. The thing with 420 is like a 9X is still getting a price to call you. I don't think you're fucking folding out like King 9 or anything like that. And you're still going to price in some draws. Like, I don't know what 400 accomplishes. I'd be half tempted to fucking overbet or pot. I'm probably at least going 800. 1150 seems pretty cool. But yeah, I'm probably like going 840, like a lot, and then just pounding it in on like the queen of diamonds or something on the river. But I'm kind of sick, so I don't know. I'm definitely going big here.
Yeah, I think I would bet here too. Definitely want to charge
400
draws and try and get a 7, or not a 7, but a 9 to fold if I can. I mean, I'd probably be somewhere between the 420, 840. In real life, I'd probably be somewhere like 600.
Yeah, you'd be like 60% minimum.
Yeah, I think that's where I would be.
The loop. I mean, I would be like thinking about potting and ripping, but I mean, we just got to think about our range. We always look at our hand and think of like how our hand plays, but I mean, our range, we have him in hell with the 9 and even some of his weakest ace X. He's just fucked versus our under the gun range. So I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely betting here, putting max pressure, charging max for draws, hearts, putting 9X in hell. I don't know.
Yep,
That's me at least, but we're going 400.
that's Albatross too. He's going 1150.
Oh, Albatross is going 1150.
He's over betting the turn.
Damn, Toe, that shine on your face is
Oh, is it bad? The sun just
right. Holy fuck!
Hang on.
Hurt my eyes. There he is.
Sorry, it's bright up here in heaven.
It's bright up here in heaven.
That better.
All right,
I'll get
cool.
the glowing square like you have. All right, cool.
Hey, all right. 420.
This is an amazing spot to
Fucking
go for
big.
an overbet. And the reason
Every
is
time.
this turn card's a blank for the big blind, and we have a super strong range advantage when we open from this position. We pretty much have all the sets as well. So we have a nut advantage, we have a range advantage, we're in position, we're
Can't
under
do
the
this.
gun. This player has a bunch of trash. So when we bet huge here,
Can
this
never do
opponent
this.
needs to fold a bunch of nines, basically all their nines. I mean, they could hero call some, but they're mostly going to fold. They even have to start folding some of their weaker aces.
Yeah. Aces in hell.
Even if they don't, I still like it. Just because you get them off hands like 10 jack, maybe even some flush draws.
You gotta
I guess
fuck up,
most
like,
of them
ace
are
five,
combos,
too.
but if they have some that aren't combos, like a 10 deuce of hearts, for example, I think finds it pretty hard to continue here and needs to throw it away. So, or anything else similar to that that's not a straight flush draw or doesn't have like an overcard, even king five of hearts and stuff like that, it's probably pretty close. They might be a little more likely to call king five of hearts because they have the king that could be good, but the overbet really makes it hard for, 8, 10, 5, 6, 10 jack, and king x of hearts and below to continue. And that's great because when he goes check, check, all those hands I just mentioned that we fold out that don't have a pair, they're going to bluff you on the river. It's going to be really hard to call. So we just realize equity better this way, and we fold out a lot of equity. So that's the power of this overbet here. Player calls, and we river a set, which is awesome.
Toe equity 101.
What do you want to do here on this river? I'm not even going to give you check as an option. We can bet 1350, 2700, 3700, or all in.
Ross. I love it. This is
What
a
you
good
gonna
lesson.
do?
That's a very good lesson. I think a lot of people got to understand like this under half pot, small 30% on a turn, 40%. And I see it a lot. Like it's not a thing in this kind of spot on the turn. You're just going big.
Joel says, I can tell you from personal experience, these guys aren't folding ace 5-0. Like,
So
literally,
what?
They might not fold it, but you were putting that hand in fucking.
And then people have like,
hell.
and people are like, I see a lot of PTSD out there. It's just like, I just feel like big blind is a calling station and won't fold to any bet. Who cares? You get to just bet jam then with all your value hands every time. And then you put them in hell on rivers as well when you follow through. And if they're calling off with second pair and shit like that, I mean, you note it and move on. I don't know. But more times than not, you're not going to have the bluff in this spot. You're going to have the value from under the gun. You're just going to go bet and get value. So, I don't know. Then you're going to hit two outers like for us.
Yeah.
What up, D? Coop? Cat Jam?
Albatross is jamming. Bruce is jamming.
Oh, shit.
What else are you guys doing? Who's out there? Wake up! Oh, yo, shook. What are you doing?
Call another overbet with the
Kemp says
week.
bomb it. Is that 3,700 or all in?
This is legend, bro.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Jam.
But like
says
when he
Monkey
called
Man. I don't think
pre,
you can jam when Jack 10 and 5-6 are both there. So Matt, I think, is leaning 3,700 based on that.
Okay.
All in for Cap. Jam for Julius.
I love it.
3,700 for Presti.
Cats are nasty.
What are you guys doing?
27 for Dunarino, 37. Stinky's 37. Pot for the freshest Matt. Jamming for Jim Fonder. A pro will realize a big bat is polar, so may look you up. Maybe not for jam, but pot. But 37 seems good for D. Coot says.
Tennis going 27. No 1350s out there.
Um,
37 for DC.
I'm sorry. Overbet. He ain't calling a jam. So 3,700 seems like to be the overwhelming bet here. Size.
I got a decent amount of jams.
I see you here got a lot over there. That's why I was laughing. Just some legends out there. Okay, for me, it's 37.
Yeah.
I don't think when like the 8 gets there, I just don't feel like and then 5-6. also gets there. I just don't feel like they're calling a 3x.
It's just a little too
under
much,
to-
right?
It's a little bit too much. Maybe we are jamming hands like King, Queen of Hearts and King, Jack of Hearts if we get here and go bet somehow. But it feels unlikely.
What about
There's a
potentially
bluff in there
over
about you
betting,
hands,
but
like top
not
set.
jamming? You know, like what about
Jack 10 of hearts
4,500?
getting here. I mean, 3,700. Yeah, it's all the same. You know, it's relative to how much we feel like he's gonna call, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd probably always just go 37 here. 27 seems a little light, but we could do that as well. So 27, 37 seem best to me. I don't think we can jam it. I mean,
I don't think we can jam either, but I would say in game I might even go like 42 or 45. Yeah, slightly over pot.
yeah. So 37 for me, 37 for Stinky, and
I think Albatross jamming.
I want to see what he thinks about jamming because maybe I need to lose control of my body more and just rip this spot. So we'll see. 37. I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's do it.
I think the optimal bet size I like here is something around the 2,700,
27 seems good.
3,700.
Yeah, see?
1,350 is just way too small. I mean,
He
we
said
can get called by
27,
so many
37,
two
he gave us a
pairs,
fucking two.
and even just hero call
That's why
an
I ran
ace.
this. I think that was the complaint
So
in the
I think-
Discord.
I think it'd be a waste to bet small. 2,700
yeah, I
or
remember seeing that
3,700
before.
feels great. You know, something around
Yeah.
pot, a little over. I ended up jamming, which I also think is fine. I wouldn't recommend
get
it because I think it's. I mean, if you're playing really high stakes and you have a dynamic and an image where you are overbet bluffing, then I think the overbet is fine, which is why I did it. But just be realistic, because a lot of times I see students' hand histories, and the only time they ever do this is when they have it, and they're just rarely ever bluffing here. But yeah, so just take it for what it's worth. And yeah, I just felt like this player might have been hero calling me with some stuff like ace 10, ace jack.
Whoa.
That blocks 10 jack, which is what it might look like I'm trying to represent. And we got paid.
The fuck did this man have? And we got paid.
He had,
couldn't even
a
show-
good ace or a two pair or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, this two is. I mean, he trolled us. Like
For-
honestly,
he got
just
Faraz.
griefing. Yeah, he just griefed us with this too. Like I think he misclicked or something. Faraz, we love you, buddy, but come
I
on.
think he missed
The
it.
two. What did he give? What did he give the all in?
4 points.
What? Okay, that's why you went back and did that.
Yeah.
He said 37 or 27 are better.
Yeah, so
options.
27
He
should probably be something like 7 or 8
Jock
points,
on it.
right?
Sheesh. Well, it's a sad day to have some eyes, but let's move on.
What was your score?
12.
Oh,
We got a
shit.
10, 0, and a 2.
Wow. For Jock and hard. For Albatross, almost about to
me
switch.
out.
10, 10, and a 4. 24 for Albatross. You got it, buddy.
You
You
got
know how you want your money.
double up.
ACR, PayPal, Skrill, Carrier Pigeon, $5 off Team Toe. You let me know.
No, hell yeah, the toilet is an absolute legend. He
Whisper
just had a
me
6
your
score.
screen name, Albatross. I'm going to make sure I spell it right.
And number.
I know it's
dude.
Jerdog, but I don't remember if there's a number or whatever the fuck.
200 poker
I'll send it to
IQ.
All right, cool. I mean, we put Team Toe in right away. You had like, you know. To be fair, Stinky was Team Toe a long time ago. So it was just Team Toe everywhere. All right, going back to the quizzes. All right, Albatross. Can I open ACR right now?
Cat Jam.
Remind me if I forget, Albatross, only because I have Pile running right now and I don't want to turn it off. My scripts are running and I can't log. Thank you. I see your whisper. That's perfect. All right, cool. You say Cat Jam? Is that what you're gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get in there here. I see it, Albatross. Thank you.
It's the only way I can get Deku to enter one of these.
This is by Cat Jam.
Yeah, he only wants to type Cat Jam in chat. That's
Oh,
it.
Fair enough. Cat Jam, the keyword. There it is. Julius got it. Follow him. We'll draw a new winner. In the meantime, we'll go pick another quiz. You want to do fish sandwich? 1403.
Sure. All right, 1403. It's going to be a cash game quiz for whoever is picked. So, yeah, enjoy.
Good luck with that shit.
I don't know. I've been feeling to play some cash games, and I know when I come out to Vegas, I'm going to play some cash. this
I
time for
actually
sure.
feel much more comfortable in cash game quizzes now because I for the last
Yo,
couple
what
of
up,
years,
Dope?
I've been working hard on Big Stack Poker, which
Yeah. Deep set.
deep stack tournament. So it helps. Definitely helps.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna do 1403 and yeah, let go. You got 7 eligible, so that's good.
I don't know. Yeah, I have 6 eligible. Cat Jam in the chat if you want to compete on this quiz for
Cash games, 200 big blind poker.
$5.
Let's get our 4-head poker on. We're all 4-head in cash games. No 5 heads. That's for damn sure. Only 4 heads.
Giraffe says he plays cash to work on new deep stack plays. He's trying. Yeah, definitely a good place to do that.
All right, I'm ready. We have. Oh, let's go.
Who is it? You left your shock at us.
Dope, new follower.
Oh,
A new
shit.
follower. You love to see it. New mafia.
All right, for the army it is bang. Monkey May.
My dude may not even know how this works. You know how this works, buddy?
Let him know what he won. 6s.
I mean, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save my breath, and hopefully he knows, and then just
Monkey
give
May
me
says,
cheese
yes!
spills, muscles.
Put me in, coach. Good
Let's
luck,
go.
Monkey May.
All right, Dope. Just be ready to guess. Once the quiz, just give the best answers. You're competing against somebody in the Toe Army. Make sure to tag me in chat. And the highest score wins. If you flip, we get to the flip stage, we win as well. So that's all.
True. Facts. So just make sure to tell us what you would do, and you have time to think, but we got to keep the show moving. So try and get it within a minute or so. Right?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Fish sandwich. Let's roll it.
Welcome to another
this poker
quiz
coaching fucking
from
table,
Coach
fellas.
Brad. You're playing at
No, it's
200,
nice.
no
Fuck.
limit, and the title of this quiz is Fish Sandwich. If you are unaware, sandwich is short for sandwich. This is kind of like a reverse Filet-O-Fish type of situation here, where the fish are in the outside and you are the bun in the middle. So under the gun folds, middle position folds, cutoff folds, and now we have a tightish fish, which by tightish I mean that they're not taking a ton of aggressive actions. They are playing a lot of hands. They open the button to $6, and now the action is on you. Should you call? Should you fold? Should you 3-bet to $20?
Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Have you noticed that when people are new to creating content
Stop. He's
or
not.
hosting on Poker Go, they have an unusual amount of pauses. That's why I can't watch Maria Ho. I like Maria Ho. I think she's an amazing player. I think she's got potential as a color commentator. But on Poker Go, she is always talking with some amazing pauses over and over.
Please stop. It's cringing me out of my fucking seat. I'm getting uncomfortable. You have to make it stop. Please.
All right.
L's on chalkboard.
Vision the show. What up? 3-bet to $20. Dennis going $20. Calling
Yeah,
the baby fish in, says Presty. Raise,
Yeah, so Dope.
says Bruce.
He pick what options at the best you see. Call, fold, or raise to 20. Just pick what you think is the best option. The highest score wins. So yep, just pick, my dude. If you win $5.
Yeah, but what about the Maria Ho Insta shots on yachts? Well, she's not talking. I hate to say it, but that's cool. Nobody can be like Jarvis. Jarvis is the man. Brad's trying here, though. Brad's got some little Jarvis in his quizzes. What are you doing, Monkey Man? What's the play?
All right, so he's raising to 20. Yeah, the 5 Bitcoin giveaway. Call, raise, raise. I'm seeing mostly raising here.
Raise the 20.
Doke is raising to 20. What is your guy doing?
Vikings in the house. Raising to 20.
What is Toe doing?
Raising to 20.
I'm only calling.
Okay.
Call every time.
Lit.
Keep in worst king X, queen X. Don't want to isolate myself against a tightest fish's range in position. I'd rather keep his range wider and not condense it. And we keep in a loose ass fish who's going to have a lot of worst king X and queen X in their ranges. So for me, I'm like always calling when they're dog shit, like in these spots, rather than just condensing their ranges and then getting in some war where I get raised off. So let's just
I think
call
that
it.
is the theory when we're shorter. This deep chart always has it raising, but if you're going to exploit the fishes, then that's totally fine. I mean, it's got it like 92% raise versus call. So there is some call in there, though.
Well, I mean, I'm just versus
Sure.
like these player types. If it's a straight, I mean, if it's a good player who's going to be squeezing my call a lot,
Sure.
maybe a loose fish will squeeze more. So if I call rather than call with worse, I don't know. I mean, raising a 20 is fine, like especially if this guy seems good. I'm just going to raise. If both these guys are good, I'm raising all the time. But fish, I want to call a little bit more personally.
Cool.
But
We're
we're
raising
raising
20.
here. That's what Doug's doing.
All right, let's do it.
And we're raising here. Let's go.
Okay, for those of you who clicked call because of the title of this quiz, that was a clever move. And for that clever move, you earned yourself 5 points.
I love it.
Folders, you earned yourself 0 points. We can
Folders.
really never fold
Never
here. This
fold.
is not a viable option
Nobody
by
in
any
chat
stretch of the
folds.
imagination. Calling has some value because we also invite the loose fish into the pot. But I believe our hand plays
Title.
best when we just start by 3-betting to $20 here in the small
5
blind. This allows us to get heads up versus the tightish fish, who's likely to play fairly straightforward. So that is the preferred strategy. And like all plans, loose fish go ahead and foil the best of them by just cold calling here. And now that brings in the button. And we see this flop of king of
Good flop.
spades, 9 of hearts, 9 of diamonds. And now choose your own adventure. Do we check? There's $60 in the pot. And the button has $80. So the button has a little bit over 1 pot size bet remaining. Do we check? Do we bet $20, so 1/3 the pot? Or do we bet $30, which would be half pot? Let me know by
There it
clicking
is, Toe.
a button.
Please.
He literally
Why
paused
did you say
for
that?
every word in that sentence. Did you catch
Oh
it?
God.
Every word.
That's
But I
so
do
cringe.
love me some Brad content. This is
too.
actually
This
kinda
is very
funny.
good.
We should have him back on the stream soon. This is interesting because I think, without any spoilers, I think I'm curious to see if Brad does what I do in this spot. Because I think I might do something a little different.
The look on Toe's face when he was doing that at the end of last. That was so funny.
Monkey May going $20. DC going $30. 2020. There's a couple checks out there too. I got every answer. Bruce and Dennis checking. Monkey May betting $20 twice, and Joe right behind, $20.
All right. So what are we doing here, guys? We see betting.
Check
What
for
size?
Pac-Man.
We checking. Interesting spot. The SPR for the big blind is 3, and the other player is a little over 1. 20 from Dude Reno. 3-bet, C-bet, small. King 9-9.
Oh, this is a 3-bet
Have a
hot too,
queen.
huh? This is an interesting little
Am I in it?
situation.
Oh, cool. 30 from Dope. Half pot.
Trying to find these yacht shots. Everyone's looking for Maria Ho now on fucking Insta because I brought it up.
What is it called?
Pay attention.
Oh, I'm sorry. Focus up.
Yacht shots. From Maria Ho posting herself pictures of her on the yachts. I guess she's living that life.
Done. What have you done?
Popping bottles of Dom on a yacht.
Button clicker. Thank you for that follow. Cool. Dope's going 30. Deuterino's going 20. What is
Monkey May going 20. Pros over hoes. Tell him,
going
Bruce.
20. 20. I think I'm going 20 here. It's interesting because you can ask yourself if this hand needs protection. Can we get it in 2 streets? Do we have a 3-street of value hand? I think yes. 20 for me. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in the middle would check here a lot. However, this is a 3-bet pot, and generally we 3-bet c-bet. So I could see checking to check raise. I can also see going 20 as well. I'm either
Yeah.
checking to check raise or going 20. That's
But when you check raise, do you get? I don't know.
you
It's
call my
interesting.
worst king, one.
Yeah, I want to see
And
what he. I
two,
mean,
Jack
cash.
10 and Queen 10 might come along still because it's a weird little spot. Like, what do you do with pocket 10s to a check raise? You just fold. You probably should.
I mean, yeah, they have. They're drawing the 2 outs if they ever have a king.
Sure.
Or
But
I
this is
mean,
our
I don't
best
think
king.
the check raise. I don't know. I'm probably
Total
never
worst
check
kings.
raising. I don't know. It's an interesting spot. But it's cash as well. So let's see. I'm going 20. Dope going 30.
Monkey May going 20.
And
Let's
Jim
do
Palmer
it.
says never go 20. So I don't know. It's
What up, Tina?
30.
Hi, let's do it.
I really hope that
Check.
the button you chose to click was to check, because that is what will net
The
you
toe
10
senses were
points here.
tingling.
0 points for betting 1/3, 0 points for
He doesn't need a
betting
lot of protection. We
1/2.
block against.
We want
punches.
to target the button here for the most
Farmer
part
says
to
sure.
shove with a wide range. There's $60 in the pot. They have $80 in their stack.
Is this to
They're
rip?
incentivized versus 2 checks to shove here. That's what we're targeting, a light shoving range. So we go ahead and check. And by the way, this big blind flat from the loose fish, we don't exactly know what that means, other than this fish just wants to play this hand specifically. It's really hard to make assumptions here. The loose fish goes ahead and bets 1/3 the size of the pot. The tight fish folds, so
Uh-oh.
this big blind foiled our plans once again. And now, again, what should you do? Should you fold? Should you call? Or should you raise the loose fish to $45? Choose wisely.
This is good.
The plot thickens.
Check raise or call. I like seeing 2 fold options there, you know. Pretty cool. Fold, or raise to 45. Well played. A plus.
We got goose eggs for both bet sizes. Bruce, Brad, not fucking around. Monkey Ray raising to 45. We got a call from Presty, call from Pac-Man, raise from Tina, call from Dennis.
Hey, Ace Pickle Rick, what's up, man?
Raise call. My chat looks like this.
Call.
Raise call.
Yeah, mine are mostly all calls and 0 raises right now. 0. Poker Florida, what's up, man? Call and hope for a K because it's fish head ace 9. Gotta look weak for him and hope he is drunk. Cool. Call. Hoping my man is sauced up and barrels. Ambitious. Cool. We are calling mostly, but I think Doke is calling. I'm calling. Toe, you check raising. This is one of your better ones. I know you were saying that before, but do you like this size?
I think I do.
45 for Toe. It gives us control of the pot back, sets up a better SPR, allows us to get the money in by going bet. Whereas if we just call here, we're at the mercy of him needing to put in more money for us.
Tell him, Tina. Tell him. Yeah.
Damn, I kind of like it. This is like one of the best fucking hands we can have as well.
We're taking this 4-head game up to 6.
Yeah, 6 head. 45 for me as well. Toe talk.
It might just be a call.
I believe in my
We'll
plans. That's why we're friends. You let me down this path. And I was like, fuck it. I'm with you, brother. Let's go. All right.
What is Monkey Bay doing? 45. So we're with Monkey Bay. All right, let's do
All
it.
right, cool. Yep, call.
I hope you
Goose.
chose
leave
wisely
me
by
that
clicking
dog shit?
the call button. That will net you
piss.
10
Just too
points.
dry.
Folding is going to give you 0 points, and if I could give you negative points for folding, I would. The software doesn't
Give you
allow me to
negative
do that, but
points
you would
for
get
folding.
negative at least 1,242 points if you folded here
1,000.
ever, and raising here also gets you 0 points. There is no sense in raising
Hey.
because we want villain if they are
Should've
wide, if they
bluffs.
have gut shots, queen jacks, jack tens, queen tens, hands like ace queen, hands like pocket 8s, hands like pocket 10s. We want those to stick around. We don't want to start by check raising here and folding those out. So we go ahead and call. And now we get the 7 of spades turn. We hit the check button. Our opponent now sizes up here. There's $100 in the pot. They bet 73, so about 3/4 the size of the pot. They have $87 behind. Once again, I'm not even giving you the shove or the fold option this time. If you folded the flop already, you're at a negative 1,000 points. Hard for you to get even. Do you shove or do you call here? Let me know by clicking that button.
Dude, he left $10 behind or something, $15 behind. That's what I see here, right? He bet 73 out of 87 stack, right?
He has 44 bigs, which is $87.
And he bet 73.
Correct.
All right, so he left himself $15. He wanted a cab fare.
$87, yeah.
He left himself a sandwich. You know, he was hungry. Good dinner.
I mean, it's 87 bigs, and he has $44 or 44 bigs. Okay, whatever. All in, shove.
He left himself
Everybody
fucking Uber money.
Yeah, he has 44 bigs and $87. So he put half his stack out there.
Don't know my
Call him,
confidence
let
in
him
this class.
keep-
Pretty shake it off. Shit happens, man. It's alright. It's gonna be okay.
Well, I mean, Brad doesn't make you feel good about your options. Like, he gives you, even if it's close, he gives you a 0 or something like that.
Some people he gave negative 1,125 points.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck he said.
There's rubbing it in, and then there's kicking a man when he's down. Yeah, just shitting on
See you later, Joe.
Calling here is going to show a lot of strength. More so than check jamming? What's stronger, calling or check jamming?
Monkey Man's calling.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Monkey Man's calling. Dope's going all in.
I think it's negligible, to be honest. I mean, you can call and let him bluff off his last $15 or whatever. Or you can just click it and get the fucking $15 in. If you want to keep any kind of bluff in, I guess we just call.
Is he going to, like, the same range when you jam that's calling off is likely to bet again on the river? And then if he has any random ass bluffs, at least we keep those in. So I guess we get to have the benefit of him showing up to the river, even with a small percentage of bluffs. And then the same value range that's going to call you off when you jam is going to probably continue betting on river anyway. Okay,
the only other argument is like maybe he checks back river with like king 10, where he gets it in here. You know,
where he does get it in here and feels like he's compelled to call when you check him. Yeah. I mean, I guess, but when you check jam here, what do you have as a? I don't know.
Yeah, but when you flat here and then call the 15 extra bucks on the river, what do you? I mean, it's the same.
It is. I know.
I mean, same, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess this loose fish might have some bluffs.
Yeah. I got a feeling Brad's going to say call just to keep any of the bluffs in, if there is a bluff.
Yeah. Watch me be wrong here.
Might be. I mean, it's $15 either way. Like, it's not that big.
Well, dude, he's got $87. So, all right. All in is what we're doing. And
we're calling.
All in.
When I last left you, Villain was betting 73% of the pot on the turn, and you were at a decision. Do we shove here, or do we call? I believe we are still incentivized to call if Villain can be getting out of line with some pretty bad hands. I don't believe they're going to call all in with the marginal hands in their range. So like a queen jack, pocket 8s, pocket 10s, feels pretty unlikely that they're going to call a shove. So you got 10 points for calling, you got squadoosh for shoving, and now we get a 3 of hearts river. We check.
Right.
Our opponent goes all in.
Guys.
And now, once
You're
again,
never
our
folding.
opponent shoves for $87. There is $246 in the pot.
Oh, we actually have
so
87
should
behind.
You call getting 4-1
Put
in
the
this
call button
scenario?
And move on. We're not wasting
Click
a second.
button.
Never, ever folding. So let's go. You ready? Nobody. I'm not even letting you guys think about it. I'm snapping. You ready?
Yeah.
I snapped.
So if you were one of those folks who are trying
Snap.
to dig yourself out
Nope.
of a
I couldn't.
negative 1,000 point hole, you did not do yourself any favors by folding this river. We just have to click the call button. Given the fact that we are getting 4-1, we need to win 20% of the time. We're not entirely sure what Villain's range is because we never raised, because we just kept clicking the call button. I do believe that our opponent will have some natural bluffs in their range. So because of the price, we have to stick in the money. So we stick in the money, and we get shown the bad news that our opponent had the 9-10 of clubs. So they flatted a 3-bet cold pre and then flopped trips when we flopped top pair, which I would say is a pretty good situation that developed for them. And just because we called and lost on the river does not mean that we should not have called.
True.
We are just making the decision, the best decision that you possibly can with the information provided, and with the information provided, that ought to have led you down a path to calling the river. So even though we lose, still good decision to call. Thank you for participating in this quiz from Coach Brad.
It would have been funny if you end it with, as we know, they always fucking have it, and no matter what, you still have to call. Like, no matter what, you still should be calling, even if you think they have it. So, cool. Nice quiz.
Sometimes, I had a coach one time tell me, sometimes they just fucking have it.
Yeah. Mint fold after the flop. We're never folding this hand. It just happens. I mean, I'm losing my stack here like this almost every time.
So
it happens.
We have one of our best
for
games.
sure.
And Brad's super polar with his points, right? It's 10 points or no points. There's no in between.
Dude, yeah, I got a 10 or a 0 and everything. What'd you get?
30.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
Oh, man.
Ruh-roh. Literally heads up time. So we got a coin flip situation. Dope, you get to pick it. Heads or tails?
When we tie, guys, for those of you new, it's a coin flip on who gets the $5. You guys going to call it this time?
Yeah, he's going to call it. Heads or tails, my dude?
Heads
we'll
or
pull
tails?
Heads or tails? He says heads.
Heads. All right, here we go. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
No,
whammy,
don't
no
spoil.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Heads.
Let's go. He did it, America. He fucking did it.
Oh, no.
We're back. We're back to just
He
dominating.
got us. Good quiz, guys. Super good quiz.
continue.
Highest flipper, indeed. Monkey Man, I'm sorry. We always use the flippers. It's the craziest
I've been running really good lately again, so we're back. Let's go.
It's the craziest thing.
All right,
Albatross,
we're gonna pick
gift
another
subbing.
one.
Thank you, buddy. Did we have a 2-flip winning streak, Cap? I don't
One
remember that being a
time.
thing.
I think you did 1 week, and I was shook.
We actually won 2 in a row? No.
Keyword.
We did. Holy shit. Keyword, no flip.
No
flip, all one word.
No flip. No flip, Sag.
Hey, good luck, Monkey Man. Thanks for hanging out.
Make sure to whisper me, Dope. I can get you ACR or PayPal or something. For the 5. But if I don't send it to you within the first few hours, please don't blow me up repeatedly. I mean, I walk away from this computer and I'm not back until I'm playing poker again. So just understand. I got you. People be blowing your shit up for 5 for days. It's like, holy shit.
I usually just take care of it right away.
I know I should, but I get away from this computer and I'm gone. No, I got you, bro. It's all good. It's no big deal. I'll give you a sub just for if you don't want it, I can give you a sub. You give it to somebody else. It's whatever. It's whatever. We'll pick another quiz while everybody gets in there. No flips in the chat.
Thank you for another gift sub. Appreciate you, buddy.
We'll go to. Is it my turn to pick?
Hi, Susie Poker. Thank you for the follow.
Got a lot of options. Woo!
Yeah, I missed a week, so now I'm here. Back on.
Nice. I would go back to the other Faraz, but let's just save that. We have no. I'm gonna do an Affleck one. It's
Affleck, huh?
1392 online tournaments.
Okay.
1392 online tournaments for my dude. All right, cool. So we got that. I'm ready to roll it when you are.
Yeah, let me just update my sub goal here real quick. Cool.
Boom. Well, Stinky already won. Can't do it again, my dude. How do you run so fucking good, man? Jesus. Stinky.
I seriously poker comes in with the follow. Bang! Immediately picked to be the contestant. Since you knew, I'll go through the spiel. Since it's getting shit together, we're gonna draw these winners. You will compete on the quiz you see on the screen against the person in 6's stream. Let me know what you would do. Get a couple minutes, a little bit to act, but try and be as quick as possible so we can keep things rolling. If you get a higher score on this quiz, then who won on your side?
Oh, Deuterino.
Deuterino. If you get a better score than Nitty Deuterino, then I will send you $5.
The needles never end. He's trying to level you so you make spazzy aggressive mistakes. He's trying to level you. He wants you to spaz out.
We're feeling the fire.
He's fueling the fire for you to spaz out, bro. Don't let him spaz you. Do your thing.
All right. Let's do it. Ready to run it?
I'm ready.
All right. Good luck. Let's do it.
All right. In today's hand, we have Jack 10 offsuit. We're in the big blind. We are facing a hijack raise, 40 big blinds effective. It's going to fold to us. Should we fold, call, or re-raise to 2,400?
All right. Get a little raise and we're in the big blind. What's the play?
Call, fold, a re-raise. 2.4K is not fucking around.
Nitty. Call.
Yeah, we got all calls here right now as well. 0 3-bet, 0
Got
fold.
a raise in the house.
We're sitting with 42, 43 bigs or something like that. 43 BBs deep. What are we doing?
Yeah, something like that, Cap.
Wait a minute, who did I pick? Oh, Deuterino. Yeah, Deuterino's calling. Cool.
Yeah, we're calling too. Everyone's calling.
Yeah, I mean, just fucking calling. I'm not going 4.5x here.
No reason to raise.
I don't know, maybe he has a small frequency, but it's definitely not going to be like, oh, we're just using this every single time. 2.4K. Hell no.
2,400 seems like a big raise here. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's cool. No, I was just saying, yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going 4.5x or something.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why he's doing that is because we're out of position and you're really polar in the big line when you 3-bet, so people tend to size up there.
Yep.
Drugs think you can actually mix here.
I'm sure you can. I don't think it's like overwhelming. We could just re-raise to 24. I think we need to have some of these kind of races in our game, Jack 9 off, Jack 10 off, and stuff like that. I think we might mix that kind of stuff, but King 8, King 9.
We're calling though. That's what everyone's doing.
All right, yeah, we're calling as well.
Actually, this is like the one paint hand that does mix. Fucking 6 head.
Yep. All right, let's call though.
Right, ready. Mike. Let's do it. You got it right,
I think
Mike.
calling or 3-betting are both going to be fine here. Predominantly, I think looking at equilibrium strategy, I think this hand is 3-bet about a third of the time, and we call 2/3 of the time. And the reason why we want to 3-bet this hand is the hijack range starts at like offsuit 10s that they're opening, and we get a lot of folds from hands like King 10, Queen 10, Ace 10. We can get a lot of Queen Jack, King Jack offsuit. A lot of dominated hands to fold. Our hand plays all right if we get called. We can flop some top pairs. So a reasonable hand to 3-bet, and people probably don't 3-bet here enough. And also that makes me like 3-betting as well, because I think people will fold too much to your 3-bet, which is also good. But calling is the predominant option, but this should definitely be in your 3-betting range. I do call. Queen Jack 4 rainbow. We're never going to have a leading range on this flop, so I'm not going to ask that question. And we face a third pot bet on this flop. Should we fold, call, raise to 1250, or raise to 1800?
All right, facing a C bet. What's the play?
Reno, you've been looking at this shit for weeks. I expect you to nail this. No, I'm kidding.
You ain't lying.
It's actually telling the truth lightweight, right? But every spot's hard and different. What are we doing here now, guys? We call, we check a raise.
Calls streaming through the chat. Call.
Why'd you make Deuterino so self-conscious? Now he's like, Nick, call. Just...
I only needle now because you made it a thing. I was just talking to the shit. Then you pointed out I was calling him a nit all the time, and now it just became the thing.
So funny.
Everybody call him. Nobody. Oh, there's a raise. Tina raising. She's the only one.
Getting that. What side she going?
Small raise.
1280.
Yeah.
It's kind of nasty. Deuterino. No, call.
Drugs.
Hoggers.
Everybody's calling.
Yeah.
You calling? What's the deal? I'm calling.
Yeah, no, we don't use too many second pairs. We do have instances maybe on lower boards, rainbow boards, where we use some second pairs.
Yeah.
We haven't looked at all the second pairs. We know there are instances where second pair does check raise. I wonder if this is one. But it feels like, obviously, with two high cards on board versus the hijack, it feels like just a natural call. But I mean, wouldn't hate a check raise, but I think we just called.
Tina's in your head, man. Pairs. Tina's in your head. You got it in his head, Tina.
No, well, we remember we were looking at some stuff last week where we found a lot of second pairs, but it was like rainbows with lower boards where there's more overcard possibilities.
Right.
Like 5x on 8-5 deuce board, stuff like that, where our 5x were check raising for protection in a lot, but I don't think with two high cards. But nonetheless, we're calling here.
Right. Let's call.
Yep.
Nothing too exciting with our hand here on the flop. I think we have a very, very clean call here. This is not the type of hand we want to be raising. Never folding a pair here to this sizing. So it's just a clean call. Our raising range is going to look like a lot of top pair hands. Like hands like King Queen and Queen 10 and Queen 9 should be raised a lot. We should be raising some hands like Jack 4 sometimes, pocket 4s. Some of our bluffs are going to come from some of the straight draws like King 10. Having an overcard to a Queen O Jack is very nice to raise with. We want to have equity against a Queen O Jack, so a hand like King 9 or King 10 can be raised. A hand like 10-9 or 10-8 can be raised. Some unintuitive raises that you might want to find here are like Ace Deuce through Ace 5 suited, where you have an overcard to the Queen and a backdoor flush draw and a backdoor straight draw, and also some of your weaker 4x with a backdoor flush draw, so like 4x of clubs, 4x of hearts can start to check raise, get folds from hands like pocket 5s through 9s. That's kind of what our check raising range wants to look like here. Like I said, this is just a call. Deuce of clubs, no leading for us on this card, and we face a overbet here, about 120% pot. Should we fold or call or raise all in?
What?
This
guy's been watching for Oz quizzes.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes.
Blasted.
What the hell, mate? What are we doing here? Does this meet? It's just a simple question. Does this meet minimum defense?
Bruce.
Do we need to defend this? You got to call with 35% of the hands we show up here with. Is this one of them?
Yeah, Jugs brings a good point. Don't need protection here on the flop. All the hands you need protection from are never folding, like Ace King and King 10.
Yeah, I'm just thinking here, does this meet MDF? And then we got to think about what the hell's going to happen on the river when we call, right?
Mike jamming. Presley reluctantly fold. Sucks to have a 10 and a club, says Drugs. Fold. Everyone folded. Full. One jam though. We did find a jammer out there.
Who is it?
Mike
Fucking beast.
Manure.
What are you guys doing, Mafia? What's good? Who?
Everyone folding. Mine
Everyone-
on the enemy.
What the fuck?
Everyone folding.
Folds. Okay. He folds. Well, now he says call. What is it gonna be, man? That's
Oh,
a
Jesus.
game I probably fold. Now you say call. Dude, what did you do to my man? You just like
Shook.
shook. He's gonna need therapy.
Affleck melted his brain.
Not the range I want to defend with. Cool. Get me out.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Yeah, I mean, I just think when we're just gonna have just hands we can call with, man. I don't know. It's like,
And our kicker sucks for our jack. I mean, I would probably still fold ace jack, but even still, this shit sucks.
I mean, over second pairs of I think I'm just folding here. It feels like pretty bad. In the games we plan, people just aren't going to be that balanced there. We're blocking some like king 10, ace 10 hands. I think they might use as semi bluffs to do it with. So would he overbet bluffs in this spot? I think some of the hands that are going to have for bluffs are like going to be like ace 10, king 10, 9, 10. And by having a 10 in our hand, it feels like he's just going to be stronger more often. So I don't know. Get me out.
Block the backdoor clubs too. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, get me the fuck out. He's not. I mean, yeah, he's going to use backdoor club draws as well as his bluffs, and we have like the jack of clubs, which blocks a lot of those. Like, yeah, I'm just fuck it. Me out. Yeah, fold. Deuterino says fold.
Cool. We're folding too.
Yep. I mean, he tried to change his answer and then he said call, but I'm gonna get you said the.
That was because I called him a nit. I got him.
Yeah,
I had him shook.
But the rules of these chats, whatever you put out there first is what we stand with.
We almost leveled him.
Yeah, he almost leveled himself. All right, we're folding. I mean, you ready?
So
Yeah,
a lot of people kind of play this spot as a narrative. They see, this player overbet, I'm gonna fold. It's a really bad way to think about it because you should be thinking about this as a math problem. If this player, let's make the math really simple. If they bet 25-39, the full pot, they're risking 2,500 to win 5,000. So we should be folding 50% of our range. They're betting a little bit over pot here, so maybe we should be folding like 55 to 56% of our range, 55 to 60. So what does our range look like on the flop? Well, our range looks like a lot of queens, a lot of jacks, a lot of fours, some straight draws, and some like ace 10 type hands, 10-9, and not a lot of them improved. We did improve to some club draws on the turn, and in terms of like 50% of our range, we just don't get a fold every jack and every four and just call with a queen. We don't have enough of those hands.
No.
So
King
this
jack,
jack 10 becomes
call.
indifferent already. And if you were looking at a solver, this is like a
King, queen.
80% call and like a 20% fold. Now that assumes that this player's going to be bluffing the correct frequency on the turn here. Some people over bluff here on the turn. Some people under bluff on the turn. So it really depends on your opponent. I think versus population, you should be leaning towards fold. I also think population bluffs way more often with hands like 10-9, 10-8, king 10 here. Whereas if you look at a solver, they're going to bluff more with like king 5 of spades, for example, or ace 5 of spades or ace 3. More like overcard to a queen or a jack rather than they're going to check back more with some of their straight draw hands. And hands like 10-9 and barrel more with like an overcard hand. So I think the 10 is a slightly worse blocker in practice than it should be. I lean toward fold just because people just don't choose this line, and often it's a little bit greedy. But I also think like a lot of times it's just they're just like they don't value bet thin enough. Like they should have like queen 9 and queen 10 in their range betting this size, but they don't. They bet smaller with those hands. So really depends on your opponent. You need to have reads. It's kind of a mix. It's literally a 50-50 call or fold spot. So if you have a HUD to look at the stats of your opponent, that's really important. or in live poker, having reads on your opponents here. So if you're unsure, it's probably best just to lean fold here. It's more likely they underbluff than overbluff. I'd also rather call a hand like Jack 5 than Jack 10. For the reason as they're the exact same hand, Jack 10 and Jack 5, in terms of value. But like I said before, I think the 10 just blocks more bluffs like 10, 9, King 10, Ace 10 that people are going to use, and the 5 doesn't block the bluffs that they're going to use. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that hand.
Yeah. I think that's a great point. I'm never calling with Jack 10, but the other kind of jacks, I would call with like Jack 8, Jack 7 and shit like that we count. Because like he said, I think people are going to use like King 10, 9, 10, Ace 10. So.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's really interesting that it's actually 50-50 call versus fold. Like,
it meets
closer than
MDF.
people think.
Yeah, I mean, we have to call like 30%, 35% of the hands we show up here with. And we don't have a lot of the super strong shit because we 3-bet some hands. So, and we check raise some portion of that. So we call our calling range has to defend at some frequency versus a bet, no matter how big. Yeah. Cool. 30 points. We swished that motherfucker.
We swished it too.
Oh, shit.
So, Susie, let me know, heads or tails, calling the flip.
All right, we got another flip on our hands, Deuterino. And they're picking it.
Heads or tails?
Another flip.
Tails. All right, here we go.
They
No
pick
whammy,
tails.
no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Heads,
Go.
head.
Tails.
Motherfucker.
America. Let's go.
I'm watching the stream now, and it looks like it's heads to me. Jebate it. Absolutely fucking jebate it. We got jebate.
Let me know how you want your money. $5 ACR, PayPal, somehow. Let me know how I can send you $5. Congratulations. Welcome to the Toe Army. Welcome to the
I didn't lose the flip. No, we didn't. I didn't lose the flip. You see, that was Deuterino. He runs pretty bad. That kid runs terrible.
That kid runs terrible.
That kid needs some, that kid needs an intervention or something. He's like, he needs some help.
That's
Holy
funny.
shit.
All right, we got time for one more.
What's up, Ev? We got time for another. Keyword. It has to be something good.
Joe brings up a good point. He should be overbetting turn a ton, and people don't do it a ton, so overfolding those spots is good. Facing a river jam is never fun, and that's inevitably.
I can't help myself. No. I wasn't gonna do KW. I can't do it. Keyword. LUL. Lol.
LUL. LUL.
Lol.
Sixes in his keywords always making me feel like a boomer.
Yeah, he's booming out. Toby booming out. We got to bring him to the new age. Poggers, boomers. Poggers, lols, Keck W's. Jebate it. 4 heads, 5 heads, 6 heads.
All right, in the meantime, we'll pick a quiz. Let's do.
What up, Sean 415? You going to be in Vegas? Yeah, I'm just planning on being around near the main right now. But I'll probably lose control of my body and maybe get out there. Who knows?
They're having more online bracelets right through October.
What up, Collins? Thank you for that follow, man. Appreciate that, buddy. Hell yeah, brother.
1376.
1376. Queens for JL. Yeah, this is pokercoaching.com. King Green, and we were doing one of Matt Affleck's quizzes there. He creates content here, puts out some quizzes that we can all do together. And yeah, we've been doing some Affleck quizzes. That was him. I would be there for the Millie Maker in Maine right now. Hope to meet and see you. For sure, Sean. I'll be out there around that time. Around the Maine for sure. I'm going to try to play the Maine.
Yeah, guys, if you're new, exclamation point poker coaching in the chat. You can get a link to sign up for free. You get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds and more, and a bunch of homework assignments. If you feel so inclined to sign up for the premium, there are a ton of quizzes, homework assignments, webinars, the premium Discord. There's tons of things. We got a lot of things going on in Discord. Sixes and I are kind of taking that and trying to run with it. We
There's
have
something.
more study sessions. Study sessions like this, but not. We don't do the quizzes, but we have study sessions once a week on Discord only, and a bunch of stuff. So check out that for sure. If you're enjoying this one, you want to see this one or anyone we've done in the past, the ones with me in sixes, we've had a ton of amazing guests: Greg Raymer, Jesse Sylvia, Matt Affleck himself, Faraz Jaka, we've had Brad Wilson, we've had Evan Jarvis, we've had Bet on Drew, we've had Fat Train, we've had Lango, we've had a ton of
Raymer.
guests. You can check all those out, !YouTube in the chat. You say Raymer?
Yeah, we had Raymer on as well. Like,
We did.
yeah, just thought. What
So
else?
we've had
It's
main
all
event
good.
champions, we've had runner-ups, and we've had everything, but we've had the worst guy who's at the worst bad beat in poker. We've had everyone in between. Check those out.
All right. 1376. Did we pick anybody yet?
I did not.
Oh, no, we didn't.
All
right.
Oh, fuck. I fucked up.
We'll all piss.
I closed Nightbot thinking I was done, and I was not.
Well, while he's doing that, we're going to roll it, and it is DQ. What?
All right, real quick, guys. Just type in the chat. I have it open for everybody. Type something in the chat, and you will be entered. Anything. Ready, go. Here they come.
Nice.
Ready, go. Hurry. I fucked up, son.
Sean 415 with the 33 months, my dude. Appreciate you,
Get in
buddy.
there. You got another
Yeah, I'll definitely
30
hit you up when
seconds.
I'm out there. And Collins, definitely. It feels like you've been a long
Panic
time.
fish.
I mean, I
I say
definitely
type
recognize
anything in the
It's
chat.
been a minute.
Panic
It's
fish
all good,
has
bro.
Balls.
Something random as hell. Acro, what's good?
Panic fish is definitely a dude.
Thank you, man,
just like
for
it's
that
such a
follow.
dude
Appreciate
thing
it.
to do. All right, I think that's good. We got 15 people. We're running it.
Yep.
Oh, you're dead.
All right.
I set you up.
No,
Come
we got
on, Joel.
DQ.
We got
DQ
Joel.
versus Joe. We got DQ.
We're bringing in the heat on both sides to finish out the stream.
Let's go.
All right,
My
let's play.
final table, brother. Let's do it.
Here we have Pocket Queens in the World Series of Poker main event, facing a limp from a probably tight player. Should we fold? Well, don't do that. Should we call? Should we raise to
Spoiler.
900? Or should we raise to 1500?
Who's balancing the folding range?
I mean, this is a 10K, and we still just see Cash just limping in. You know what I'm saying? This is, can't wait.
There's shitty
15,
players. There's
15.
shitty players everywhere, man.
9. I know, it's beautiful. 15.
9, 15.
Deuterino's 15. Sean.
9.
Let's talk. Yeah, for sure, Sean. Hit me up. You can do that, man. Hit me up. Ace Pickle Rick with the 15. Deuterino.
Pickle break. Joe says 1500.
All right, cool. D Coot says 1500 as well.
Okay. How deep are we? 200, but yeah, that's fine. 1500, good. Cool. I'm with it.
Big. Yeah, I mean, if we were shallower at like 900, but here, if somebody likes their hand, they're not gonna fucking fold it for 1200 more. So yeah, I mean, if he likes his hand, he's gonna see the flop. So let's charge him. Plus, we start going 900, we might go multi-way, yada yada yada. So 1500 for me, and hopefully Jonathan likes it as well. We're never calling.
Absolutely.
All right,
Uncle Jay
everybody
may
likes
say
it.
900 to try and keep him in, but we are deep. Let's go. He would even go
Yep.
bigger, Joel says, if he had the chance.
Oh fuck yeah!
All right, let's do it.
This is a great spot to make a standard raise. Standard raise against the limper is to about 4.5 or 5 big blinds. You don't want to raise to 300 because then the limper's just getting amazing odds to call and he's not really making any sort of error by calling. But when you raise to 1500, the limper in theory should fold out some of their junkier hands. But when a tight player limps, they're usually not limping junky hands to begin with. They're usually limping pretty good stuff like suited aces, suited connectors, big cards, pairs, right? So you just want to raise as much as you reasonably can. If you told me you wanted to make it like 1800, I wouldn't really have a problem with it, although I really haven't experimented with that strategy too much. I typically just make a default raise to about 5 big blinds over 1 limper when playing deep stack like we are here. So I do make it 1500. Only that player calls. Flop comes 10-10-2. and the opponent checks. Should we check, bet 1,200, bet 2,400, or bet 3,600?
Two schools of thought. Yeah, this is interesting as hell. What size we like here? Paired board, in position, feel safe. How greedy are we getting? 24s, 24.
Almost all 1,200s in my chat. One check. Yeah, now 2,400 starting to stream in a little bit.
Shit. Everybody over here going big. Oh, shit, 1,200s now. It was all 24s, now all 12s.
Really excited. I have all 12s and then a couple of 24s.
Yeah, it's 50-50 right now for me. The 12s are now taking the lead. 24s, 50-50 now in my chat. 20.
What are you doing, Joel? 1,200. Seems like a good start, he says.
1,200 for Decoot as well. So they're both doing the same thing here. 12 for Vivian.
12
Damn,
for toe.
man. 12 for Toe. Oh, man. We're so fucking deep. This feels like the crazy eights where you have to go 24 in the crazy eights. Like there's spots you have to go big. Like it doesn't matter. Like you're just gonna call with every single pair in his range. Probably always never ever folding the ace of clubs. I assume in spots like this either. He's calling inelastically, and we get a lot more value with a lot like in our range when we go big this deep versus players that types that limp. I don't know, man. The kind of cat that limps, I want to just get the max from. I'm going 24 personally, but
I can see it because they're so deep.
yeah, and I mean, and I don't think his range is gonna. I think his range is gonna like be inelastic between 12 and 24. I don't think we're gonna lose too many more hands between the two sizes versus the player type to just limp. So I'm being greedy and getting paid.
Cool. I can see it on this stacked up for sure.
Yeah. So 12 here, Decoot 12.
12 for Joel too.
Marcus is all in. 24 may fold out his occasional float. Want him to peel a card off and size up turn. Understandable.
Joel's arguing that we don't bet big on paired boards very often.
Nope. But versus a fish, in spots like that limp call and stuff like that, I think we exploit maybe a little bit. But theoretically, I would just go 12 versus somebody I thought was good in the rag, personally. So either option is good.
Let's see
12 for Decoot. Yep, that it.
This is a scenario where you typically want to bet frequently using a small size with your entire range. You do have to be a little bit careful if your opponent is limping with a lot of hands containing a 10, like ace 10, king 10, queen 10, jack 10, which you know a lot of type players will have in their limping range. So I'm not going to say you should bet here definitively 100% of the time against everyone, but with no really good read on our opponent, you typically do just want to bet in these scenarios. So I'm going to bet using a small size of about 1,200. You don't want to go big in this spot because then that's going to make the opponent fold out a lot of their random underpairs and ace high type hands that are drawing pretty thin. So I just like betting here small and frequently. And also I have some 10s in my range, right? Like I'd raise over the limper with ace 10, probably king 10, queen 10 suited, jack 10 suited, 10-9 suited, 10-8 suited even, right? So I certainly have some 10s in my range as well. So our opponent can't just like blindly check raise us. I do go for the small bet, and now the opponent gets fancy and raises small. What do we do here against a probably tight player? Should we fold, call, re-raise to 7,500, or go all in?
I think we should pump fake all in and then fold.
Fake you like do this and
then fold. And then stare menacingly at the dealer while drinking a Red Bull. What are we doing? Call.
I think Mikey did that in Rounders at the golf game. You remember? He pump faked like he was gonna go all in and then threw his hand in the mud.
There was a guy who did that. I think it was the main event who like had his hand all the way out across the pay line and then pulled it back, and people flipped out. It was crazy. Yeah, he got the ruling actually, which is crazy. Call. Re-raise and hope he folds, says Panicfish. And then everybody else calling. Jason Blow finds a fold. Joel says, oh no, this gets gross quick. He always has it.
Fake. Jebaited. Look over at the high hand board, then call. Oh, the little subtle tells. It's great.
Joel says, I guess we decide if we want to punt this 10K or not. I suppose we can just call here and push that decision down the road a little. He's going with call.
Call. Yep, D calls as well. 6 is snap calling.
Yeah,
well, not snap calling. I'm calling.
We're
These
calling.
other options are trash. So, yeah.
It's not
Call.
great, but we're not folding fucking queens. Don't get cray-cray.
Yeah. What up, R-Dub?
All right, let's do it.
All right.
This is always a pretty nasty spot because it's very likely we're against a 10, right? The problem is we're getting amazing pot odds, and also on top of that, we're also getting really good implied odds, because if our opponent does have a 10, if we get lucky and spike it on the turn, I know it's not going to happen all that often, but if we do spike it on the turn, we're almost certainly going to stack our opponent. So we have to put in 1,800 chips to win potentially 40,000. Now, if the turn is something like a queen of clubs, we may not always stack our opponent if they have a 10. But we're going to win a lot of chips if they have a flush draw then. Also notice the opponent could have a flush draw. It's not like we're only calling to try to make a full house here. But even then, if we are calling to only try to make a full house, we're getting about 20-1 implied odds, which is roughly what we need on a 5% shot, right? So I think we pretty much have to defend in this scenario.
What are we thinking of?
And
Never, ever
we're going to
fold.
call. We're not going to re-raise here, by the way. If we re-raise, that's going to result in the opponent like just ripping it in with his 10s and
You just push
calling
him
with
up,
his
everything
draws
that's worse.
probably. But even then, that's not a great scenario to be in. So
Better
you want to call.
call,
You want to minimize
worse
the pot.
fold.
Our hand has gone from being a very strong made hand on the flop to now a bluff catcher. But we're against a guy who is tight and probably isn't bluffing a whole lot. So proceed cautiously. Turns a 4 of clubs, and now
It gets
opponent
worse.
checks. All right.
Well, with the piss.
Should we check? Bet 1,800? Bet 5,800? Or bet 8,800?
This shit got super weird and spicy.
Sweet.
They
Well-
always have it.
What now?
This is funny because this almost exact spot minus the club draw happened between me and Joel last night. Where I had kings on a queen-queen board.
Oh, they always have it, bro. You got to fold to him. Joel's not creative enough to ever have a bluff. He's just a standard man.
True.
As if he's ever going to be bluffing there. He literally will only have it. So,
True.
check 1,858 or 88. What will it be?
What's the play, guys?
Big bet. Just quake as shit.
Panicfish has
Just a guy to
5K.
fold.
And please fold.
It's turned into having a bluff catcher to turning your shit into a stone bluff.
Joel likes third pot. Going super small. Keep it control here.
D Coots going 58. This is where we will part ways.
Hammer.
It's game time.
So did he have it? So I mean, he very likely still has.
I'm here to
you know,
play school.
He still has a lot of 10x in his range. It's going to check back because when he check raises us, like we have a lot of flush draw, right? And so he's going to check his 10s and control the pot a bit for sure. So he still has a 10, in his range for sure. Not always, but sometimes.
Dude.
Did your guy go?
Yeah, D Coots going 58.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, I actually love the 1800 here from Joel. Puts a blocker out there, buys the river check, and nice and easy. We check this back. He gets the bomb river, and we're in a shitty spot. So a little bit of control.
I do that. I mean, I do that commonly. In this spot, it's just like, what are you repping when you do that? It's almost a precise hand and range you have, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's like it makes them have to lead into you, check raise you here, and you get pretty honest responses, right?
Yeah,
like
and
it's
I
a
would
bet that will get pretty honest responses.
I would do the
18
same
opens
thing with
up
my
to get
flushes,
check raise
too.
as well.
Yeah.
Go that small, but a flush would be trying to set up an SPR to like win more. I don't know. Maybe on a paired board we do small.
I would go small with a flush myself.
Personally, I mean, I don't see the value. I'd probably be just checking here. It seems like we're just setting fucking 1800 on fire. Like we don't get called by worse, do we? Do we get better to call?
Sure,
and
we can
worse
go
to
by
fold?
worse. I don't know,
The
pocket
check
jacks with a club, pocket nines with a club.
Did limp called. Then did limp check raise. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we would go. I mean, I probably like going small better than I like going big.
Ace
I
X
mean,
of
big.
clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a fucking tricky ass spot. I'm either checking or going 1800 personally. One of these two. I'm never using the big sizes
Me
unless
either.
I plan on going big and then just jamming to punt in a 10K, which I don't love.
You are too rich to care.
Well, okay. 58 jam.
58 it is. All right, let's do it. It's 1800.
Yeah, 58 for Deuterino as well.
Not
This
Deuterino.
is a
Decoot.
particularly interesting spot
I mean,
because once the opponent
Decoot, I'm
checks,
sorry. See, I
you
was
have to
looking
start
at
to
Deuterino's
discount
name.
some tens.
All right, let's do
However,
it.
the opponent could certainly just have a 10 and be afraid of the clubs, right? Like, I don't hate checking if the opponent does have a 10. However, the opponent could also have a hand like pocket sevens with a club, or
18.
ace 2 with a club. Not that you think the tight guy has ace 2 too often. Or like random ace king of spades. Like, who knows what the opponent actually has here, right? So I think the right play in this scenario is to make a tiny bet of 1800, 1/5 pot. Because when you bet 1/5 pot, what's going to end up happening is the opponent's going to potentially raise with their flushes, which is fine because I'm nearly dead against those. They're going to call with their tens, which, is fine. I'm not really putting in much money. And they're also going to fold out some hands that have equity. Or, potentially call with them like pocket sevens with the 7 of clubs, right? He's almost never check raising the sevens with 7 of clubs in the spot, I wouldn't think. So I like a small bet because it gets value from some potentially worse hands and it gets some protection from some potentially worse hands. So I think that that's going to be a pretty good strategy. You could also, of course, just check. The problem with checking is it just lets the opponent realize their equity with all their weaker hands. The question is, though, does the opponent actually have any weaker hands? If they have literally only tens and flushes, then clearly betting's just silly, right? The nice thing about betting small is that when they do have literally only tens and flushes, we're not losing a whole lot of money. You definitely don't want to bet big in this spot. A lot of people look at this scenario and think, all right, I probably have the best hand. I need to blast it. The problem is when you blast it, they're not folding a 10, and also they're not folding a flush, right?
No way.
Right.
So then you're just losing a lot of money to those. I'm not trying to turn this hand into a bluff, by the way. I'm not going to bet the turn and jam the river to try to get the guy to fold a 10.
Better to call, worse to fold.
You're not going to be in the poker business too long if you're consistently trying to make people fold trips. So I like a small bet, but I think checking is also fine and the default play against most people. If this player was very loose and aggressive, by the way, I would not like my bet as much because then the loose aggressive player will sporadically check raise you because they'll just look at this small bet and think, all right, I'm going to try to mess up this guy's plan and raise him randomly. They'll just do that kind of thing, and that's not what you want at all. So I like a small bet against a tight, straightforward type of player. Opponent does call rivers and 8 of hearts. He checks. Should we check? Bet 3,400, bet 6,400, or bet 12,400?
I think 6 is a hair behind us.
Now
what?
All right.
Check streaming through the chat. Nobody bet.
Going this small limits the value you get as well, going for more value. But the thing is, by going that small, you don't condense the range of hands that you can get value from going to the river. So that's my argument to that, Deku. By going big on the fucking turn, the only hands he's showing up with on river, you got to fucking check.
Yep.
If he called the big ass turn bet, only call it, you're only checking on the river, in my opinion.
Agreed.
But now that you went some all, you have the option. You kept in enough worse hands. You didn't overcommit, condense his range. So now we have the option to bet and potentially still get called by worse. What's up, King's Full? Good to see you, buddy.
Joel checking.
I'd be happier to check river back than go thin now and own yourself. No.
To reopen the action, we have to bet half pot, and 12-4 doesn't seem right when we only get called when we were beat. So the only option for me, given the choices, is check. Joel would jam the queen of clubs here, though, he says.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, that'd be great. He called
Hollywood
a small
says
bet, so
6,400.
possibly has worse hands.
Value from a smaller pair.
Yep.
Well, that's
Actually, like a tight check back, you're only losing value against jacks and nines. Checking isn't bad. Do we have a plan on calling a raise if we bet, though? I like checking. Check. Deuterino's going 64. D Cooch checking this spot.
So is Joel.
Joel's checking?
Yep. I'm checking. I mean, at this point, He's got to have a 10 flush draw. It's hard to get value from. I mean, you get value from jacks and nines. I guess kind of easy, but any other pair, it's really hard to get value.
We never bet less than half pot pickle break when we reopen the action, so we're not going 34 in position on the river. We are not opening the action for 3K chips. I'll tell you that shit right now. I have no problem going 64 and folding personally, but whatever. I would just go 64 and fold up and get raised. I mean, I think he can have he still has worse value hands when we go 1800. All the hands that we were trying to like the nines, sevens, jacks. Is it too thin to bet versus the value hands he can have in his range? I guess it's close. With 200 bigs, I'm too rich to care. So 64. Nines maybe. Yeah, 64.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to open for half pot. For me, 64. Yeah, I mean, if we're not value betting too thin on river, we're not value betting thin enough, often enough. So gotta try. It's hard as hell to win poker tournaments when you're not value betting.
And certainly folding it to get raised.
Get me out if I get raised. That's the plan. It's super simple. It's an easy fucking plan. Eke out value versus the range of hands he can have that he called the small bet with. When we get raised, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Cool.
Yep. So we are checking though.
So are we.
All right, 6,400 is going to be it.
So we got value and protection on the turn by betting small.
Bullshit, dog shit.
It's very likely we're against a 10 in this scenario. And if our opponent does happen to have a hand like pocket sevens with a 7 of clubs, he's probably going to fold to any bet on the river. If you are going to bet the river, I guess you have to go small. Unless, of course, you think you can blast it and make your opponent fold a 10. But again, we're not trying to make people fold trips. I mean, I guess in some world, if I could tell this was all the guy's money and it was somehow invested in the World Series of Poker main event and he really didn't want to go broke and we were on the bubble and basically like every possible payout implication thing ever was happening, then, I guess maybe we can go for it. But you should never be bluffing in this spot. So just let it go check. Easy check. And this time we do lose the king 10 of hearts, which is a hand that certainly makes sense. And, it's okay. Notice we didn't really lose a whole lot of money in a scenario where we had a overpair against trips.
1,800
and we lost some, but it's not the end of the world. Also, we made it kind of difficult to have to fold on the river. Like, imagine we did go check the turn and the opponent bets the river, as they will do with a lot of 10x when it goes check on the turn. The opponent's going to bet like 4 or 5 or 6,000 on the river. I mean, go back to the turn pot size. You see it was 9,000 or 10,000. The opponent could very easily bet the river for like 6,000, and we would be kind of roped into hero calling, given we have a strong overpair. So by betting small on the turn, we also sidestep that spot. So this was just a nice hand, I think. It's a little bit abnormal, not something I'm doing on a regular basis.
That's a very nice hand.
Mm-hmm. I think this worked out about as well as it possibly could, even though we lost the hand.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a beautiful turn bet, and I really like the sizing. I'd probably go like 20% there, but he went like 15%, and I think that was sick as fuck. I really like that turn bet size. And yeah, it's just too thin to bet on river because people just aren't going to check raise in this spot without a 10 or a flush draw like ever.
And your value target's super small.
Yeah, our value target range was like 4 fucking pairs or something like that when he just has so many flushes in 10x that he actually uses. So fair enough.
Yep.
We got a 43. Did Joel switch the shit?
Damn, he got a fucking good ass score, but Joel, of course, switched the shit.
But it was that turn decision.
Killed
58. It. Good shit, Joel.
He killed it. Joel, let me know how you want your money, buddy. You know how to find me.
Cool.
All right, guys, that is a wrap! Exclamation point PC in the chat for you to sign up for PokerCoaching.com for free. Go get your free shit. It's good. If you want to see this one or anyone we've done in the past, exclamation point YouTube in the chat. There you go. And, of course, give my main man, the craziest of sixes, a follow. There's the link. And that's it. That's a wrap for me. Who the hell you want to throw this raid to? I'm hungry.
Yeah, guys. Also, we want to keep promoting the Discord.
Yes.
We've been doing a weekly Q&A in there. We've been actually able to answer a lot of questions. So we're trying to build that up. That's something we're going to be doing 1 hour a week. We're taking hand histories. We're taking questions about topics. So I'll always promote that. That's going to be in the Poker Coaching Discord. So take a look for that. Also, there's going to be JL is going to be doing Ask Me Anythings in there. Some of the coaches are going to be doing Ask Me Anythings.
JL, just like that.
Well, I thought that was something that was going to happen in the future at some point, and I did get his ass.
You better get JL on the phone. Shit.
Nonetheless, but yeah, we'll be doing some stuff in the Discord as well. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. Make sure to give Toe a follow, and let's see who we got out on the streets today to hook it up. Oh hell yeah, brother! Let's hook him up. Killing Bird. So we'll hook it to KB, guys. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna have a nice long Sunday session. I feel like going hard, so I'll be back for that. And let's hook up Killing Bird.
Cool. Sounds good. See you guys later. Peace.
I almost forgot how to fucking raid somebody. Sheesh.
/raid.
Oh yeah. C+ streamer, baby.
All right, guys. See you later. Bye.
Peace. And ended and kicking it over. Holy shit, that. Thank God that picked up really nicely at the end. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, did I?
Me, I actually only got to like 30.
I never look how many viewers. I would just like, I always gauge it by the fucking chat.